I'm a personal trainer and I specialise in training pre and postnatal women, so throughout their pregnancy and thereafter. I'm also a podcaster and I host retreats. So you can imagine from there, like I know Lindsay's saying an English literature degree, but even before you're playing around with coding, for me, coding is what you see in like films, like hacking films. That was my extent of knowledge. I'm the person where if I'm trying to watch a film like illegally on download, I'll click on the pop-ups because I'll believe them. That's how non-techie I was. So when I was saying to the people around me, like my loved ones and my boyfriend and my mum and stuff, that this is what I do, and everyone was like, are you sure? Like, do you? But then the thought process for me was, what am I going to do? Like you said, I think it was Ben that said, something that's going to have exponential growth, that's always necessary. There's a lack of, it was very important to me to be the representation. Everywhere I go, I want to be the representation that wasn't there. And there's not very many women proportionally in coding, let alone women of colour. So I was even more like, this is going to be great. And also, if you let me, and then someone will see me and think I could do that as well. And it just seemed like a really good choice. And it was also something that I wanted. I was very much aware, like has been said already, that coding and tech is very much the future. And I wanted to be on the right side of it so that I could be very self-sufficient as things got better and better. Like I'm pretty sure, like you're saying, with so many, new projects and new investments and all these things, people are going to need new websites, new apps, and all the rest of it. And you want to be the one who knows how to do that stuff, so you can always do it yourself. And as well, being a personal trainer, being any kind of self-employed, you want to be as self-sufficient as possible so you can save money. So yeah, that was my main force behind deciding. I did a bit of research and I came across the full stack software developer course, and I made a few phone calls and I spoke to someone at Learning People, and they were extremely helpful. I explained just what I told you, and I said, I do this, what do you think? Like, I want to move into tech, but I've got no idea what. I didn't even know what front end and back end was. I had no clue. And she said, I think this is probably your best bet. So I did a bit more research. I called a few people that I knew that were in tech already. And the thing that was worrying me was not that I ever doubted, how good the course would be or anything like, or getting a job. I knew all of these things, that was clear for me. But I was just worried that, am I going to be able to apply the skills that I learn here, which will no doubt change, like the requirements for jobs and stuff will no doubt change, because obviously it's a fast moving industry. Every day there's a new development and there's something else that you've got to know. But what I've noticed about tech in my, I only submitted my final project on April the 12th. So since then, and I've since got a job as well, which is amazing. For me as well, I hadn't gone to university. I did A-levels and then I became a personal trainer. So for me, there was never this like phase of my life. It's been, obviously I've done learning and I've done, self-development and career development things, but I haven't, I thought this is basically like uni, you're sitting there for a year learning something very remote. You do have support, but it is on you, and it's on you to get it all done. So I was like, if I'm going to do anything and I'm going to commit to anything, it should be this. And even like with the financial aspect of it as well, something like this was like a no-brainer to me. The reason I didn't go to university was because I couldn't really justify the expense and the time versus what I would get out of it. But with this, I could clearly see, apply this, pay this, get this, and that made sense in my head. So I think if you sum up what you're paying for when you were speaking, I want to say this earlier, you're paying for the full surrounded support. You've not just got mentors, you've got the tutors that help you through the problems, and you've got Slack, then you've got your, like I said, the mentor, then you've got the actual video resources. You're just so supported. And so when you're coming, like I was, from a completely different industry, non-techie, you need to be handheld at every single step. And I suppose for me, I felt like this was the most handheld you can get while still being prepared for the real world. I think this course did the best job at preparing me for real life situations whilst also helping me at the same time. I've never really been a small fish. I've always been a big fish. Like in the PT world, in the fitness industry, the best that I can describe it is that the doors are open. When you get there, it's hard, but the doors are open. But in tech, I felt that the doors were closed, but when you get in there, everything is open. And it was just getting into the door. And that's why, again, it's so key to have this extra support. Like learning the stuff is one thing, but if you can't apply that and if you don't know how to use that to show an employer that you're going to be great, there's just no point in having